What's up everyone? The HOH has made their nominations, and to say that Izzy can't get enough of Cameron would be the biggest understatement of the century. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Now, right before we get started, if you are new around here, please hit the subscribe button, because we do Big Brother updates every single day while the season is on air, and you want to make sure that you don't miss out on anything. So please hit the subscribe button, and hit the like button and the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live. Okay folks, what a 24 hours it has been in that Big Brother 25 house. It feels like, quite frankly, there are 25 hours in the day considering it's the 25th season, not 24. Okay, if you all missed yesterday's update, or you've not seen who the new head of household is, it's Hisam. Congratulations to Hisam. I'm not necessarily a fan of him, but congratulations to Hisam. He was holding his one-to-one meetings before he made his nominations. And I'm going to cast everybody's minds back to 23. And if you haven't seen 23, there was a fella called Kyland. And very nice guy. But man, when he got power in the house, and he would hold one-to-one meetings in his head of household room, they would just go on forever and ever and ever. And it was just a real power trip. Hisam kind of brought the same energy to his one-to-one meetings. The one that caught my eye the most was the one that he had with Riley. And we're going to get onto this shortly because he straight up tells Riley that she's the one who's going to be put on the block. At least he's being honest. But what irked me is, I was rooting for that. I want Cameron to be the target this week, is what I'd said yesterday, and I wanted Riley and Cameron to sit on the block in the first place. But anyway, he's like I said, I want them on the block, but I didn't like the way Hisam was talking to Riley. He kept saying, and some of y'all who watched it will know exactly what I mean, every single time he explained something, or I'm gonna even dare say mansplain something to Riley, he just kept saying like, do you understand? Yeah, do you understand what I mean? Do you get that? Does that make sense to you? I would. If that was me being spoken to like that, I mean, it's Big Brother. You've got to chew up that shit and swallow it whole. I would struggle to not say something back if someone just kept going to me. Does that make sense to you? Do you understand? Like, it's so patronising. God damn, like, Hisam, the way I've put this with Hisam is like, I'm glad he's head of household because he's direct and he creates messy live feeds and entertainment. But on a personal level, I'm really not a fan of him. And that's a little bit of the personal coming in there, the way he, like, mansplains, like, does that make sense to you? Do you understand that? It goes right through me. People like that get on my last nerve. So while, like I said, I think Riley's dug her own grave with the amount of mess she created last week as head of household, I still didn't like seeing her being spoken to like that. As I'm sure a lot of us would be the same. And we've all been in situations where someone patronises us like that. Not fun, but it is Big Brother, and Hisam is the HOH this week. So he decides to nominate Riley and Cameron for eviction. So we've got them two on the block. That's what I wanted. It's the power shift and the power dynamic changing, which is what we've longed for quite a while with Big Brother, because in recent years it's very much, let's just do what the HOH wants and let's steamroll to victory. Like, no, I like this. This is back, forth. And I'm going to say to you all, does that make sense to you? I wouldn't dream of doing that to my lovely viewers. But yeah, it's nice to see a change in power dynamic. Does that make sense to you? Yeah, it's nice. It's great because it's not just all one-sided and one side of the house taking control. It's back and forth. And I know it's only been 2 weeks, but still, sometimes we never really get that in the span of the first 2 weeks. It's usually like, this side wins, this side wins, this side wins. Whereas Riley attacked that side, now Hisam's attacking Riley's side, and long may it continue, because that is when we get the best kind of seasons. But with Riley and Cameron on the block, I'm going to throw it to you all. Who would you like to see evicted this week from the Big Brother house? Of course, there is the veto to he said to compete for next, so that could change up the nominations. But if it's Riley and Cameron sat on the block by the end of the week, would you like to see Riley evicted or Cameron? Let me know in the comment section below. Now I'm going to refrain from laughing here because I do have a very dirty mind when it comes to jokes and humour. Jared returned from the Nether region, and Jag took his place in there, meaning that Jag is safe for the week. There's a lot to take in with this Nether region still. Did I just say that? I didn't even mean to say that. There's a lot to take in with this Nether region. That's what she said. That's what he said. That's what they said. It's 2023, y'all. But yes, the Nether region is a place we don't know a lot about. Still, there is a lot of mystery when it comes to the Nether region. Sometimes good things happen when you go to the Nether region, hence safety, and but also bad things can happen when you go to the Nether region, because you can disappear for a while, but then you eventually show back up. But congratulations to Jag for safety. I think he enjoyed his time at the Nether region due to getting safety. But it just goes to show, this Nether region could be a place of good things. I think I've milked this Nether region joke as much as I possibly can for one day. So tune back in tomorrow for more Nether region jokes on TV Talks with Tom. Okay, so it became very apparent at one point that we found out that while the feeds were down for that time, Izzy yelled at Cameron. I am posting my notice right now that I will not be back for 5 days to mourn and grieve the fact that we didn't get to see that. God damn. Ugh. I'm really hoping to put that in the episode, because it became, I saw it all over Twitter. Everyone was going, wait, hold it, because it was referenced in conversations, you know, that Izzy had yelled at him. And I'm just looking at my updates now, and I think a conversation that apparently happened was, well, an interaction between Corey and Izzy, because we obviously know Izzy can't stand Cameron, and then Corey referenced the yelling. So Izzy says, you got to help me with Cameron. How do I not be so mad at Cameron all the time? It's going to be my downfall. It was already. And Corey said, yeah, you kind of yelled at him a little bit. Or yeah, yesterday you kind of. So it did happen while the feeds were down. You kind of yelled at him. So it sounds like Izzy is. Well, we already knew Izzy said she can't stand Cameron. She hates him. She can't be in the same room as him. But to hear she actually yelled, it obviously shows she's boiled over the top. And it's bound to happen again, especially if Cameron stays this week. It just kills me that we didn't get to see it on the damn feeds. Because other people, not just that conversation, other people had referenced it as well. God damn, I wish we got to see that. You know, dislike Izzy all you want for her chaos, but seeing Cameron be put in his place, I would love to see that. I've just got my fingers crossed that they show it in the episode, because it's juicy bits like that that make the live feeds just... Fight, 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 fight. Now, a very funny and relatable moment in the day was with Sari. She talked about, you know, having to socialise in the house, which can often be a chore when you, especially socialising with people that you're not working with and you have no interest in speaking to. Anyway, we all have those people in life. We all have those people, you know, if you go to work or if you go to school or wherever, at any point in our lives, we came across those people that we can't even be bothered to speak to, but was forced into a social situation where we have to. And Sari basically summed that moment up in one sentence. She said, you know, I'm done for the day. I've done my time. You know, I've laughed at shit that I didn't think was funny, and I just thought that was brilliant. Like that's like the starter kit, the masterclass in playing Big Brother. I just thought that was so funny, and it just shows that, you know, how real Sari is. I just think she's amazing. And like I said, we've all been in those situations where we've laughed at stuff that isn't funny at all because we feel like we have to. And Sari's playing Big Brother. She's playing it hard, and we love to see it. Jag and Blue made a final 2, and I did not expect that to rhyme. I do not like green eggs and ham, said Sam I Am. But yes, Jag and Blue made a final 2, and yeah. That's Jag, who he made a final 2 with Riley, and now Blue. So Jag solidifying a few. Jag is solidifying a few final 2s within that side of the house. It's good to see him playing. I've got Jag in my fantasy league draft for Big Brother this season. Jag's on my team. So I'm glad to see he's making a few moves there. And also, he's kind of not being targeted. Whenever that side comes up, like whenever names are brought up about that side, Jag's name doesn't usually come up. And to be honest, Blue's isn't either. I feel like those two could be some of the last two standing on that side, because I think the pecking order, I think they're going to try and get Cameron out first. Then it'll be Riley. Then I'm going to say Matt. That's just the three names that have came up the most this week so far. Although I do really like Matt. I think he's great. I think he's a lovely, lovely fella. Blue, I've got to admit, I've got a little bit of a crush on Blue. Thing is though, being bisexual, I got a crush on Blue and I've got a crush on Matt. You know, it's great. You get the best of both worlds. But I like Blue a lot. And also, America, she's somebody who falls into the background so damn much. It's almost like she could disappear for 5 days. And then just slip back in. That's what she said, and you wouldn't even realize it. You wouldn't even realize it. So I guess that's America playing quite well. I guess we'll find out in the long run, because either that's great under the radar strategy, or that's terrible at the fact she hasn't necessarily socially integrated herself as much as she should. But I guess only time will tell if America did the right thing. I'm curious. I'm curious to see how America's the way she's played the game for this first 2 weeks has actually set her up. I say first 2 weeks, you know, a week and a half nearly now. See how it set her up for the long game. Because I'm not necessarily seeing long game strategy there, but also she could be one of those ones where she lies low, and then strikes like a snake as the game reaches the halfway mark. I could definitely see that happening, because I don't necessarily see her going out pre-jury at this point. But again, I could eat my words. Just like America's game could come crumbling down. Could come crumbling. That sounds wrong. Could come crumbling down, or it could either skyrocket and she could be the winner of Big Brother 25. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. We've made it to the weekend. Congratulations on surviving another week of Big Brother 25. It was feedsters. Find ourselves glued to updates and glued to feed. Even when we're not, you know, watching the feeds, we're scrolling Twitter to checking out what's happened. And, you know, if we can't watch the feeds, then checking our favourite accounts to see what's happened or whatever. And it's a 24/7 thing when Big Brother is on, so congratulations on everybody to making it to the weekend again. I hope everybody has a fantastic one. I hope everybody's got some great plans for the weekend, and if you haven't got great plans, I hope you chill and just treat yourself to some nice food and some chill time and maybe a nice drink and just have a great time. And I want to thank everybody for their continued support of the channel. We've started out the gates incredibly strong this year, and that's thanks to all of you guys. So sending love to you all. I appreciate you so damn much, and you're making one British guy very, very, very happy. Now, hope everybody enjoyed watching. I hope everybody is staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and say it with me, subscribe. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.